up? It's your girl, Nick LeClaire, and you are tuned into Nick at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about the lawsuit between Meg the Stallion and Milagro Gramz. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer before I even start the video because it already started to be a little bit of like people coming and saying certain things. So I just want to be real clear. Now, number one, I want to say this. Somebody had posted and they was like, or said like, oh, Nick, you covering this. She gonna think you being messy, blase, blase, blah, or this, that, and the third. I'm not here to be messy. I'm here to just read the document and see what it says. Now, as some of you guys know, or some of you may not know, at the trial, we had a difference of opinion, but when we left the trial, we kind of nipped everything in the bud, went on about our day. You know, I don't have no funk with her. To my knowledge, I'm not sure, you know, if she got any funk with me. I don't think she does. So it's just pure, we at the end of the month, we need this content and this is a hot topic, so we gonna talk about it. So anybody who feels some type of way about it, they just gonna be mad, stay mad, I don't care, okay? It's a hot topic, it's news, it's a big story, and so we got the documents, we were there at the trial, we gonna get into it, period. So we're gonna get into it like that. So first, I want to start off by saying Meg the Stallion had made kind of like threats that she was intending on lawsuit when the trial was still going on. I remember it was one of the trial dates. NBC had put out an article and they had basically said that they were going to go after certain bloggers. It was right after me and Milagro, you know, we had our little tiff. And we kind of was like, you know what, we gonna nip it in the bud. We gonna, you know, you do your content, I'm gonna do my content. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And so when I had seen the article, I'm like, girl, Meg the Stallion is saying she gonna sue you. This was back in 2022. So before I go into the new deets of this lawsuit, I'm gonna just show you guys this article that had came out during the trial when they were alluding, Megan's camp was alluding that they were going to sue bloggers, i.e. Milagro Gramz, and I thought that probably included academics as well. But I don't see that he was named in this lawsuit, so I'm really not sure if, you know, he is being sued too. So in this article, hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see the full article, and then we'll get on into more details. All right, so y'all should be able to see a little bit more. So this right here is regarding the, you know, the shooting, and it says how Tory Lanez trial bloggers are shaping the conversation around Megan Thee Stallion. An industry of infotainment bloggers have used their platforms to discredit Megan Thee Stallion since the July 2020 shooting involving Tory Lanez. So as you see right here, this was December 21st, 2022. And it says Megan Thee Stallion isn't on trial. The man charged with shooting her in both feet, the Canadian rapper Tory Lanez, is. But if you consume content from some popular hip-hop bloggers, podcasters, and social media accounts, you might be misled. The outlets are part of a new wave of infotainment where content creators cover consequential events without the expectation of adhering to journalistic standards. In the Lanez trial, at any given moment, a follower might believe Lanez DNA was conclusively not found on the gun used during the shooting, or that Kylie Jenner kicked Megan out of her house. Though there is no evidence to support either idea, some question if Megan Thee Stallion was even shot at all. These online personalities draw thousands to millions of viewers for celebrity-related news and often share provocative, unverified rumors to their throngs of followers. The result is online fervor fueled by misogyny and misinformation that pits a high-profile woman such as Megan Thee Stallion or Amber Heard against a man accused of destructive behavior such as Tory Lanez or Johnny Depp. Now, let me go down because I believe, so they were saying, you know, that it was disinformation, and all kind of stuff like that. So let me go down to, because I remember reading this article back then. It was towards the end where they mentioned Milagro. Okay. So right here, it says, hopefully, let me move myself over. Let me make myself smaller. All right. So this is just all, you know, what was reported back in 2022. So this is what was said in 2022. Then we're going to go to current. So it says, in May, Gramz posted an image of an LAPD report from Peterson arrest stating that the first doctor to see Pete confirmed laceration due to stepping on glass. The information was recorded before bullet fragments were discovered in Pete's feet during surgery, but bloggers and podcasters like DJ Academics presented Gramz' post alongside conspiracy theories that Pete wasn't shot. On my end, everything is not going to be something that was intended to be a factual statement, Gramz said in a phone interview. It might have a comedic effect. Gramz added that she is not attempting to tear anyone down and that she prayed for Pete and the victims. It says, let's just go down to, they had a whole article, but basically in a nutshell, they said they was going to go after, they were putting it on notice that they were going to go after her in so many words, like saying, girl, we see the stuff that you putting out and we putting you on notice type of thing. That's kind of what this article was. Now, fast forward to today, there was a filing of a lawsuit where she is being sued. Now, I'm going to give my honest opinion. Now, this is my opinion on why this is being put out now. Now, this was something that they put on notice 2 years ago, but in my opinion, okay, let's be clear, this is my opinion, I think that this filing is kind of strategic, okay? And I think Tory Lanez accusations that he's coming out with is strategic as well. I think that, in my opinion, Meg Thee Stallion has a documentary that's about to drop, and I believe that Tory Lanez is trying to get ahead of the documentary as far as trying to put out, you know, whatever he can to like cause confusion or whatever, cause doubts or whatever, because that documentary is coming out. And I believe, in my opinion, that Meg Thee Stallion's team is also trying to, because, you know, put this in motion ahead of her documentary coming out, to try to put people on notice that they're not going to play with misinformation and things like that. That's my theory. That's my opinion. Okay. So now with that being said, let's get into the deets of this lawsuit. And let's go on. Now, I didn't know that Milagro was her real name, child. I thought that was just like a blogger name. I had no idea that Milagro was her real name. But you know, we don't really know each other that well, so I guess that's why I wouldn't know that, because, you know, we cohabitate in this space, but we're not like buddy. Like, I don't call her, we don't talk on the phone, I don't know her personal business, she don't know mine. So I was shocked that I was like, oh damn, I was today years old when I realized that was her real name. So anyways, so it says Megan Pete as an individual versus Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, an individual defendant, and it says a jury trial is demanded. So it says plaintiff Megan Pete hereby files this action herein after the complaint against Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, the defendant. Miss Pete alleges the following facts upon her own knowledge and upon information and belief. Nature of the action. Number one, for years, defendant Cooper acted and continues to act on behalf of Daystar Peterson, also known as Tory Lanez, as an online rumor mill, churning out falsehoods about Miss Pete to her tens of thousands of social media followers. Since Mr. Peterson's 2020 indictment for felony assault with a deadly weapon, after pew-pewing Miss Pete to his later conviction in December 2022, the trial, up through today, defendant Cooper performed Mr. Peterson's public bidding to denigrate, belittle, insult, and spread false statements about Miss Pete on her online social media platforms, for no other reason than to bully, harass, and punish Miss Pete for Mr. Peterson's conviction and to tarnish her reputation, causing emotional distress. Now, let me make sure am I in the way too much for y'all, or how should we do this? Should I make the writing smaller, make me smaller? What y'all think? What y'all think? Oh, hold on. Did y'all even see the whole? Oh, wait. Let me see what y'all saying. Me smaller? Okay. Let me make, okay, there we go. You said both. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna make myself smaller. And let me make this a little bigger. Wait, okay, hold on. But when I'm reading the document, I want to make sure that all of the stuff is in the writing not going to be able to be like the biggest, because I want to make sure like when I'm reading the document, y'all can always see what what I see. So anyways, let's get into it. Oh, and let me put my Cash App on the screen in case there's anybody who wants to be so generous and support the channel for the commentary. My Cash App is Nick LeClaire. It's the end of the month, child. It's the end of the month, almost the first of the month, child. Get up, get up, get up. All right, boom. Let's get into it. Number 2, the lengths to which defendant Cooper, aka Milagro, I'm going to just say Milagro instead of Cooper because it's easier to do it that way. All right, so the lengths to which Milagro goes to harass Megan knows no bounds. For example, she has gone so far as to share a deep fake adult video of Megan. In June 2024, defendant Milagro encouraged her 27,000 Twitter followers to view in Twitter post on Bim Bella that shared doctored, artificially created video of Megan purportedly engaged in hanky-panky acts without Megan's knowledge or consent. After defendant's conduct led to a firestorm of negative reactions from others, defendant doubled down in a YouTube video on June 9, 2024, claiming Megan was a professional victim and denying any wrongdoing, but defendant is wrong. Her conduct was an unlawful promotion of an altered hanky-panky depiction and caused Megan severe emotional distress and reputational harm. In another instance, on September 2nd, 2024, defendant Milagro accused Megan of having a severe drinking problem. Who needs to spend more time in a relationship with herself and her therapist, maybe AA? Defendant has no personal relationship with Megan and had no basis to make such outlandish and false claims. In yet another instance, in July 30th of 2024, defendant Milagro went so far as to cast doubt on Megan's mental status, asking her followers if Megan has a guardian or no, and whether Megan has ever deemed like legally retarded. If she has ever been deemed like legally retarded. Defendant's low blows did not stop there. Defendant consistently resorted to name calling Miss P, characterizing her as an angry black woman and a lying A304. During her online live streams, additionally, in or around June 29, 2024, defendant tried to pull information on Megan's father in an attempt to publish private information about her family and cause damage to Miss Megan's reputation. Megan has repeatedly tried to stop defendant Milagro's misconduct and asked what it would take to stop being posted on her platform. In response, the defendant provided the snide advice that Megan should just get over it or go away. All right. So, hold on. Let me bring my Cash App down here. Let me bring my Cash App down here. And we're going to read a little bit more. Oh, shoot. Ooh, we're going to read a little bit more, but we're going to need support on this stream because there is certain particular type of language that can get flagged. So if I don't get no support via Cash App, via Super Chat, via likes, shares, and all of that, then we're going to have to shut down the stream and just, y'all could go read it elsewhere. Like this, like that. But let me see what's happening here. All right. Anyway. All right, so it says defendant Milagro also made numerous false statements about Megan regarding Tory Lanez and the trial. Defendant's conspiratorial relationship with Tory Lanez is truly troubling. Defendant acts as a paid surrogate used to spread Tory Lanez lies about Megan. For example, on October 27, 2024, defendant Milagro falsely claimed that the firearm Mr. Peterson used to pew Megan was not produced during the trial because it was missing. That is not the case. The firearm remains in the custody of the Los Angeles Police Department. Defendant Milagro could have easily verified this information, but instead chose to ignore it and spread lies about the integrity of the trial and related investigation. Additionally, defendant Milagro spread the false rumor that Tory Lanez did not pew Megan, even after a unanimous jury of Megan peers decided otherwise. For instance, on October 28, 2024, defendant Milagro posted a video on her Twitter account directed at Megan and asked, "Can you even prove that she was pew-pewed?" The state did prove that fact, and Tory Lanez is currently serving a 10-year sentence for it. In May 2022, defendant posted an image of a LA Police Department report from Tory Lanez's arrest, stating that the first doctor to see Megan confirmed laceration due to stepping on glass, not a firearm wound. However, the information from the police report was recorded before bullet fragments were discovered in Miss Pete's feet during surgery, which completely debunked defendant's post. That did not stop the blogger from picking up on defendant's post and spreading the misinformation. So basically what they're saying is she was seen by a doctor and then they performed surgery. Once they performed surgery, they were able to extract bullet fragments. Before they performed surgery, they didn't have bullet fragments. So they're saying after, it was the surgery, they had the bullet fragments. And after she knew this information, she still continued to say whatever. So it says, and this was posted by Megan Kunitz, by the way. She's the one who posted this document. All right, so it says, okay, so yeah, so it says in May 2022, defendant posted an image of LA Police Department report of Mr. Peterson arrest, stating that the first doctor to see Megan confirmed laceration was due to stepping on glass, not a firearm wound. However, the information from the police report was recorded before bullet fragments were discovered in Megan's feet during surgery, which completely debunked defendant's post. That did not stop bloggers from picking up on the defendant's post and spreading the misinformation. Defendant also attended the trial and live streamed her falsehoods during hearings. Defendant's posts consistently spread misinformation, challenging the stories of witnesses and their credibility while sharing their names online, amounting to witness intimidation. During the trial, defendant posted the following tweets. All right, so now they put her tweets in evidence. Okay, and they're saying, listen, she said, woo, on there. Hold on, wait. Let me make myself a little bigger because I feel like I'm a little. I don't like being that little. But let me see if y'all supporting the Cash App. Because we gonna end this stream if there is no support. Hold on, let me check. Let me check what is going on here. What is going on here? Okay. Shout out to Alfie for the $13 Cash App. I appreciate it. All right, we could continue now if there is no, let's get into it. All right, so it says, talking about credible when we all sitting in there, shut the F up. All right, so another tweet she posted, Kelsey spoke to prosecutors and told them one thing, but today says she lied. Kelsey says she never saw Tory pull a gun on Megan or shoot her. All this case taught anyone was that your father, brother, cousin, or son could face over 20 years in prison without proper evidence and botched investigation. And another likely suspect just because non-credible witnesses said you did something and y'all slow tails cheering. All right, so then they said, more recently, after posting about a lawsuit a former videographer filed against Megan in April 2024 and Miss Pete motions to dismiss, defendant also falsely claimed that Megan was caught trying to deceive the courts again, referencing the testimony in the trial. Enough is enough. Miss Pete, a victim of violent crime and champion of women's rights, to her millions of fans worldwide, will no longer stand for a defendant's campaign of harassment. She brings this complaint for damages and equitable relief to end the defendant Milagro's vendetta against her. It says the parties. A. Megan Pete, a performance artist also known as Megan the Stallion, is a citizen of Florida who permanently resides in Miami, Florida. It says defendant Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, also known as Milagro Gramz, is a citizen of Texas who permanently resides in Houston, Texas. It says jurisdiction and venue. This court has subject matter jurisdiction over the state law claims alleged herein. Because there is a complete diversity between the parties and the amount in controversy exceeds the sum of $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs, venue is proper in the Southern District of Florida pursuant to whatever code this is, because a substantial part of the events giving rise to this complaint occurred in this district. This court has personal jurisdiction over Milagro's pursuant to Florida Long Arm Statute Section 48193. Florida statute because she A. committed torturous acts within the state of Florida and caused Megan to suffer injury in Florida. Additionally, the defendant Milagro A, committed torturous acts outside of the state. B, while engaged in solicitation and service activities within the state and caused Miss Pete to suffer injury in Florida. It says factual allegations. So I'm going to read the factual allegations, but let me check what y'all saying in the chat real quick. Is there anybody who wants to come up and speak so far as to what the claims are as of right now? Like, is there anybody who wants to come up, or y'all just want me to continue to read the article? Y'all want me to continue to read the article or what? Let me see, what is it giving? Because it's not giving enough support. Let me check and see how many likes are on this video compared to how many people are watching. Read. The likes are not liking. Okay, the likes definitely are not liking. Y'all looking and watching but not liking the video. The support is not supporting. So I don't know, should I keep the stream going or what? Because a like is free and y'all can't even do that. If you can't go to Bella Noche's, then where can you go? If you can't go to Bella Noche's, then where can you go? All right, I'm gonna open up the stream in a second. Let's continue. Let's continue. I just want the likes to be liking at least. Okay. Support to be supporting at least. Those of you guys, if you guys are not catching this live, y'all can still support the stream by doing a donation in the comments, aka a super thanks or a super, yeah, it's called a super thanks in the comments, and you could donate to the stream, or you could donate via my Cash App, Nique LeClaire, spelled like it is on the stream. You could share the video and support. You could like the video and support. Okay, shout out to y'all in the chat. Oh, we could remove Grant, because if I'm not really talking about anything, then you could remove yourself. Mods, remove Mike Grant, whoever that is. Cause not you subscribe just to be nosy and then say I'm not talking about nothing, but yet you hit that subscribe button to be able to comment to say that. Remove him so he could watch from the bushes. Okay. Moderators, get him together. Is my moderators here? Let me see. Thank you for the super chat. No here. Wait, I don't see the whole name. No here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right, so let's get into it. So it says factual allegations. Defendant is a malicious actor. Child, they didn't call her an actor. They said she an actor. They said she an actor, child. It's a defendant is a malicious actor that operates social media accounts that spread false and harassing content. Defendant Milagro is a well-known online social media grifter who traffics in false and sensationalist narratives. Child, they didn't call her a grifter. That's crazy. All right, it says defendant controls and operates a Twitter account under the surname or the screen name Mob's World, Instagram and TikTok accounts under the username Milagro Gramz, and a YouTube account under the screen name Mob Radio. Collectively, the social media accounts defendant has the power to determine the subject matter and specific content that is published on her social media accounts, and to remove or refrain from publishing content if she chooses. Defendant is the sole writer and or editor of every post on her social media accounts. On information and belief, defendant Milagro deployed and continues to deploy fake bot accounts on her social media accounts to attack any social media users who defend Megan or criticize defendant's characterizations of Megan. Child, how you deploy fake bots? What that's about? Fake bot accounts. What that's like? What did I do? What is it, like an auto response or something? What's the fake bots? Is that like, does it like create like an auto response or something? Like, what's that? What's T? What's that? All right, so it says defendant engaged in a year-long campaign of harassment against Megan. Throughout Tory Lanez trial and through today, the defendant Milagro has engaged in a campaign of harassment on behalf of Tory Lanez to spread false and harassing messages about Megan on her social media accounts based on her close relationship with Tory Lanez and his father. In June 2024, a deepfake video purporting to show an artificially created version of Miss Pete engaging in hanky-panky explicit acts circulated on the internet. The deepfake video. It is unknown who created the deepfake video. Miss Pete has no knowledge of or involvement in the creation or distribution of the deepfake video, nor did she consent to or authorize the creation or distribution of the deepfake video. On or about June 8th, 2024, defendant Milagro published on her Twitter account a post that encouraged her followers to watch the deepfake video. As reported by news publications UPROXX, or Uprox, I don't know how that's supposed to be saying, Milagro encouraged users to check the deepfake video out. Numerous individuals followed her advice and accused the video of defendant Milagro's Twitter page. They accessed the video from her Twitter page. On June 9, 2024, defendant Milagro published a video on her YouTube account that addressed her Twitter post related to the deepfake video. In a YouTube post, defendant shared an image of Megan over a news chiron that questioned whether Megan is a professional victim. A true and correct copy of the screenshot of image is below. So I guess they posted her stream, and then I guess where she asking if Megan is a professional victim. It says defendant then shared a screenshot of a Twitter post dated June 8th, 2024 that directed her followers to go to my likes. A true and correct copy of the screenshot of the image is below. So this is a screenshot of her telling people to go to her likes. So basically they're saying like she probably liked something and then she's telling them to go, go look at what I liked to see what the tea is or whatever. So it says defendant's like page included a post that promoted, transmitted, posted, and or shared a publication of the deepfake video and thus provided her followers access to the deepfake video. Defendant Milagro affirmed this in her YouTube post. She stated that she told whoever follows me on social media to go to my likes to see what it is we're discussing, which confirmed that she encouraged her followers to watch the deepfake video. Most recently, on October 27th, 2024, Milagro made the false and outlandish claim that the firearm Tory Lanez used to shoot Megan had gone missing. Defendant Milagro tweeted, "Did not tell y'all the gun was never presented in court and this ain't make no damn sense. They gave the serial number and breezed past it. Like, first off, whose is it? Origin point, please." And so right here is the post that she posted where she was telling people such. All right. So it says defendant Milagro's statement recklessly disregarded the truth and suggested that the firearm was never presented in court because it had allegedly disappeared. It has not. The firearm remains in the custody of the LA Police Department. It is in standard procedure in California criminal cases to show an image of the firearm in question rather than present the firearm in court. So they're saying, you know, that's not procedure to be waving around the pew pew in court. Like out here in California, per their procedures, they're supposed to show the image rather than showing the pew pew. So it says California criminal cases to show an image of a firearm in question rather than present the firearm in court. Defendant Milagro could have easily verified this information, but chose to ignore it and instead promulgated lies about the integrity of the trial and related investigation. On October 28th, 2024, notwithstanding that a jury of Tory Lanez peers found him guilty of the pew pew of Megan in December of 2022. Milagro reposted a video of herself where she discussed the trial on her Twitter account. In the video, Milagro asks Megan, "Can you even prove that you was pew-pewed?" On October 5th, 2024, Milagro posted on her X account, "Milagro, stop talking about the case. We've moved on. Every time they lie, I'ma make y'all cry." The they Milagro referred to is Megan and her supporters. Okay? So, it's a screenshot of, I guess, a clip that says, "Who shot Megan?" And then Milagro posting on her Twitter where she says, "Stop talking about the case. Move on. Every time they lie, I'm going to make y'all cry." All right. So it says Milagro also commented in a follow-up post, "And if y'all believe her, why is 'who shot Megan' a question that's being posed? Y'all so timid, speak up." Milagro also reposted an online petition on September 15, 2024 that encouraged her followers to sign the petition to free Tory Lanez from prison, citing exculpatory evidence where there is none. Over 100,000 people have signed a petition requesting that Tory Lanez be released from prison, citing exculpatory evidence, signed here. So this is a post of her Twitter where she was telling people to, you know, sign the petition. All right. So let me check in on y'all and let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. Somebody said Millie is not the only one who doesn't believe Megan got shot and talked about it. The lawsuit is a reach. I wouldn't say that the lawsuit is a reach. I think that they choose to go after who they want to go after. And if they feel like you are the reason that everybody is questioning her, and you're the source of the information that people are using to discredit Megan, I wouldn't say that the lawsuit is a reach to go after her. If people are going to her for this information and they're spreading what she puts out, it's not a reach to go after the source of the information. That's not a reach. So far, what I've read in the lawsuit, nothing of it sounds like a reach. Now, whether there will be successful in proving damages, that's a whole nother story. Milagro is free to counterclaim. She can put a counterclaim in. She can sue and she can basically put her claims up and and defend herself against what they're alleging. But to say that the lawsuit is a reach, that's kind of like a stand statement to me. I don't know. But anyways, it says, on September 2nd, 2024, defendant Milagro reposted a video in which a talk show host stated Megan allegedly still has a severe drinking problem from what I've heard. I think she needs to spend more time in a relationship with herself and her therapist and maybe AA. Milagro obsessive post about Megan continued in August 2024 when she posted a tweet asking if Megan Thee Stallion was caught trying to deceive the courts again. So now I think, what is this about the lawsuit with the other guy? So it says, defendant continued to spew false statements and narratives about Megan on July 30th, 2024. Defendant Milagro posted a podcast-style video on X in which she states, what is Megan's mental status? Does she have a guardian or not? Has she been listed as a capable person? Has she ever been deemed like legally retarded, like anything of the nature, anything of the sort? On December 24th, 2023, defendant Milagro posted the following statement on Twitter. Megan wants to know what she has to do to stop being posted on certain outlets, and then says she's going to Cardi B y'all 304s. My suggestion would be just to get over it or go away. Cardi won her case because Tasha K handed it to her. Other than that, you're going to get posted. Oh, well. So that's the tweet that they're saying she posted on December 24th, 2023. It says, on June 22nd, 2023, Twitter user accounts Holiday K shared audio of Milagro calling Miss Pete a lion, A304, and claimed that Megan ruined Tory Lane's life. Defendant Milagro liked the post. Even defendant Milagro's former friend King Noir exposed her for working alongside who's King Noir? Is that another blogger? Who is King Noir? Is he another blogger? I never heard of that person. I don't know who King Noir is. But anyway, they got the T on, I guess, the fallout, what they fell out. Child, they got the T on whoever this is. Who is this? Who is King Noir? Her ex-bestie? Her ex-friend. He on Station Head? Oh, okay. A messy bottom. Ooh. Oh, okay. I never heard of him. I don't know who he is. Anyway, they own it. They all the way down to the all right. So anyway, so it says even defendant Cooper's former friend King Noir exposed her for working alongside Tory Lanez to smear Megan's reputation. King Noir also noted that Milagro has a disdain for Megan and that she talks to Tory's daddy in an effort to leak information to the press that comes from Mr. Peterson himself. It says another example of Milagro's reckless disregard for the truth is a May 2022 post on her Twitter account. When defendant Milagro posted an image of the LA Police Department report from Tory Lanez's arrest stating that the first doctor to see Megan confirmed laceration was due to stepping on glass, not a firearm wound. However, the information from the police report was recorded. Okay, so we already read that. Are they repeating parts? All right, it says, nonetheless, bloggers and podcasters like DJ Academics presented defendants' post alongside conspiracy theories that Miss Pete was never shot. Rather than retract the false story, defendant doubled down to NBC News stating everything is not going to be something that was intended to be factual. It might have a comedic effect. It says Milagro also doubled down on her falsehoods through the trial. Indeed, she traveled from Houston, Texas to LA to attend the court proceedings and live streamed her skewed take on the criminal proceedings daily to her online followers. Defendant Milagro consistently denigrated witnesses called by the state, including in the below examples of the defendant's post. Megan paid Kelsey rent for a year. If that would have been Tory, that would have been a bribe. Guess what? Sean Hawley wasn't representing Tory when Kelsey says, Tory said my lawyer said to word things in a particular way, just like he was never on probation. These 304s very slow. So this is something that she posted December 16th, 2022. It says, in another post on December 16th, 2022, it says, talking about credible when we all sitting in here, shut the F up. It says, the audio pulled on the heartstrings of all of the people that aren't willing to say, but wait, what about the gunshot residue on your hands and the witness statements, or the fact that she said nothing like this and weren't going to speak until she was told it could be her. It said, okay, so I think we already read that one, so that was a repeat. All right. So, okay, so then it says, defendant intended these tweets to intimidate Megan and any witness that called on behalf of the state. For example, on her December 13, 2022 Instagram live session, defendant Milagro called Megan an angry black woman because she supposedly believed Megan had an attitude during her testimony. Megan had no attitude. Instead, Megan's testimony was extraordinarily difficult for her as she had she had to recount the traumatizing events that led to the incident. Milagro continued to spew false statements about Megan and other witnesses at the trial, including the below examples of the defendant's post. So on January 29th, 2024, Nicki Minaj posted and she said, God bless this woman. In all seriousness, this woman was tormented on the internet relentlessly while pregnant with her first child by her best friend who could have easily told people to stop. The girl's girl, Lion Lipo, best friend's man, effer-ish, sad, yo. And Milagro commented on that post and she said, child, F Kelsey too, but Megan was dead A wrong. Okay, so she was basically telling Nicki Minaj that, you know, Kelsey wasn't favored either. On March 3rd, 2024, it says, someone trolled Kelsey and spoke ill of her deceased father, and that's disgusting. So she took it upon herself to find out what school they went to and called them. This the same one that claims she did Megan's homework, right? Child, shouldn't she have reported her damn self? All right, 50. It says, defendant's disparaging remarks had and continue to have a negative effect on the plaintiff's mental and emotional state. Defendant's conduct caused and continued to cause significant personal and economic harm to Miss Pete. It injured her reputation and standing as a professional musician. It caused severe mental and emotional harm. It caused economic harm in plaintiff's efforts to remove the various bots the defendant enlists to attach plaintiff supporters. In some, the plaintiff damages exceeds $75,000, exclusive of interest and costs, in an amount to be determined at trial. All right, so I'm gonna pause reading it right there. So I think they have to put like a max amount to file the thing, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that they probably are looking to sue for more, but I think they have to put a certain dollar amount to kind of, you know, push it through. Because as you've seen when it was the Cardi B and the Tasha K one, I think the first reports was that Cardi B was only seeking $75,000 also. And so I think they just had to put like that certain amount to kind of push the paper through. But as you've seen in the T.I. and Tiny trial that I covered, you know, they can award you know, a certain amount, but the punitive damages can far exceed that, bringing it to the millions if they feel like you are liable for what you're being accused of. So that's that on that. I'm gonna pause reading it though for a second, and let me see if any of you guys want to come up real quick to comment on the goings-ons that's goings-ons within this lawsuit, and then we'll read some more. So let me put me here. Let me put my Cash App here. All right, and let me go to StreamYard. And again, this was posted by this lawsuit was posted by Megan Cunith. Let's see. Oh, and this is what she posted, that DJ Academics posted. This is posted by Milagro. It says, I've been informed that I'm being sued by Alex Spiro on behalf of his client, Megan Thee Stallion. We are filing a civil action against you concerning your campaign of harassment and cyberbullying and false comments you made regarding Megan. The plaintiff is aware of your conspiratorial with I guess they're saying like they're aware that she's conspiring with Tory Lanez and knows you are a paid surrogate of Tory Lanez. Of course, we'll chat about it. They threw in the tape too. So she says that she is going to chat about it. I understand that, you know, she got to get her people excited. But if you learn anything, that if you getting sued, I would just be like, child, here go GoFundMe, help me out. But no, like them putting the litigation out there, I don't know that I would like talk about it, or not that I wouldn't talk about it, but like really go like deep. If I was in that situation, I'd just tell y'all, child, line my pockets so that I could cover the expenses. But I mean, you know, go hard in the paint. Go hard in paint. Let me check what's going on with the what's going on. Thank you, Stephanie, for the Cash App. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. What's going on in the YSL trial? Any new updates with that? Because child, y'all know I be watching that like crazy. Hold on, let me see. They don't have no new updates. All right, they don't have no new updates, child. Y'all get the link? Oh, dang, did I not send it? Oh, man. Child, Megan gonna have y'all next. Y'all gonna be next. Y'all in the chat, y'all gonna be next, child. Thank you for the compliments, child. I threw this together, y'all. I did this myself, child. And I threw it together. I'm like, I'm tired of putting on my little V-part wig. I be wearing my little V-part wig, child. I gotta, put my little put the V amount of hair out to cover my little V-part, my little kinky straight V-part wig, child. I'm like, I'm tired of putting that on and pressing my little leave out to the to pressing my little leave out to death, child. I'm like, when I wash my hair, my little leave out don't even curl no more, child. Magic to a fish show. What's up? What it do? What it do? What's your thoughts on this lawsuit? They click. How you gonna click off and click on? I mean, click on and click off. Fam, is it Fam or no? Fahim?
Yeah, Fahim, how you doing?
Oh, Fahim, child. Go ahead, Fahim. I'm so sorry.
Are we still? I was just actually just hopping in. It took me some time because the video actually muted as I was trying to get in. So what are the context that you were just talking about? I think I just missed it the past like 30 seconds.
Oh no, they was asking me about I was talking about my hair. I was just saying, what is your thoughts on the lawsuit?
It could be a reach, to be honest with you. We've seen worse out of like some celebrities and bloggers. And I think it's almost kind of like a bad move on Megan's part due to the fact that now that we're highlighting someone who might be blogging or video vlogging or whatever you want to call it, it kind of highlights the case even more. I think that it would have been just a great idea just to just leave it alone and just say, hey, critics are critics, because once we put our art out there, it belongs to the fans. Once
you don't think that the criticizing or certain information, because I was there, certain information has not always been what I've seen it to be, but in anybody who covered the case defense, you can have two people that see the same evidence and they can see it differently. So I'm not saying that it's a lie, but I'm just saying that some of the stuff from what I viewed and viewing the same thing, it kind of has been different. But what, you don't think that like certain allegations damage the reputation of Megan Thee Stallion?
It does and it doesn't. We've seen like the election, for example. People are just going to believe what they believe and they're going to choose who they're going to choose, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to believe on one side, Tory is guilty, no matter what you say. And then they're going to say Megan is innocent, no matter what Tory says on that side, because he was convicted and he's in jail now. So it doesn't help Tory. But again, those allegations and highlighting Milagro and looking at what Milagro did as far as like from the beginning of the trial all the way to the end, you can kind of look at it and see, wow, like a lot of that stuff in there is questionable. Where was the amount of things in that, like, evidence, the gun, the bullet fragments, all of that, we've heard that evidence has disappeared. And then now we're hearing that the gun is actually at the police station.
Well, so I think that's the point of the lawsuit, is that what you're hearing it from Milagro, and they're stating that they are alleging that those things are false, and the procedure of court can be verified if you like look up the procedure of court. That's what they're saying.
Oh, like court documents that are already documented for everyone to see publicly?
No, like one of the claims, I'm not sure if you just came in, they said that Milagro did a stream where she said the gun was missing. They didn't present it in court, and Megan's lawyer is saying that that's not procedure in California to do that whatsoever. Like, that's not something that California does. They don't bring a gun and wave it around in court. But they're saying that she could have verified that information if she just did her Googles, in so many words. That's what they're saying in the lawsuit.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, because in California it is different. I think what was being portrayed on Milagro's side, I'm not saying she's right, not saying she's wrong, but I think that a lot of people who are also looking at this saying like, well, if the gun is present and it's in lockup and it's actually visible, why can't we do a reprint of the gun or a rescan of the gun for the evidence? I think that's what she's trying to actually explain. I'm not saying the salacious stuff and the calling Megan out of her name is right and all that stuff, but aside from all of that, that's kind of where I'm kind of sitting at. Like, okay, well, how about we just, if you cannot test that Tory's prints are, definite, I think it should be a question, because if it's inconclusive, I feel that the DA would say it's inconclusive because they don't want to say that Tory has no prints on that gun whatsoever.
All right. Thank you, Fahim. Stay around. Not too many people have clicked, so I might need you to chime in again. Hey, Medea, on the docket. How you doing?
I am good. Oh my goodness. I did not know that this was going on.
What's your thoughts about it?
Well, I don't feel that it's a reach.
Okay.
I don't feel that it's a reach. I feel that Megan has every right to perceive how she is represented to her audience and her fans, as whether it's negative or positive. And, some of the things that I heard Milagro say personally, I was like, wait, what? It teeters. We as bloggers have a responsibility. We do. We still have a responsibility. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
I agree that we have a responsibility.
we all have a responsibility. We can speculate. We can, give our perspective, but there's certain boundaries I think that were crossed in this particular situation. Between, it almost seemed personal.
Okay.
To me. In my opinion, it seemed personal. So while I'm shocked, I'm gonna say I'm not surprised.
I was shocked too. I think that the timing was a little calculated, but but they have been alluding that this was gonna happen since the trial. For sure.
Well, and we are here. Where was that filed?
I believe the must have been Florida, because the jurisdiction that they said that it's in Florida.
Well, I will be reporting it on my other channel. Oh my
Megan Kenneth
goodness.
posted the documents.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's all I had to add.
All right. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Kevin, hello? Kevin?
Hello? Yeah, hello?
Hi, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hey, my thoughts is, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, just keep it PG.
Hello?
Be mindful of the language, but go ahead.
Yeah, my thoughts is I don't see where Millie had any I don't see
Spit it out, Kevin.
where they
Spit
coming
it
from.
Out, Kevin. Spit it out.
This.
You don't think what? Say that again.
Well, basically, I don't feel like they have a case.
Okay.
I said I don't feel like they have a case. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I just want you to spit it out though,
because I feel like what did she say? Okay, what did she say? For them to file this, this claim against her. Everything is her opinion, and everybody have an opinion. So I feel like she cannot put this case out on her, and it's her own opinion. If that makes sense.
Okay. Anything else you feeling?
No, I want to hear your thoughts. Like, give me something so I can give something back to you.
Okay, hold on, Kevin. Let me see what Sean got to say, and then we'll come back to you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Stay around. All right, Sean.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is I used to ride with the mob, and I was cool with her giving us her opinion. of the case and her writing for Tory, no matter what my opinion was. However, she cannot go a day without talking about Meg. If you hate Meg, you don't like her, see her as Mustang Sally, you see her as a boy or whatever, do you want to call her a man? Why do you need to talk about her every day? Like she really is cyberbullying her. Like she talks about her every day. She could be talking about somebody completely different somehow or another. Meg is thrown in it. It's like you can't go a day or a story without talking about her. So if this story or if this case is about the cyberbullying, I get it.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, or is that it?
That's about it.
All right. Stay around. Stay around. Meg Star.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Okay,
I mean, what's your thoughts?
My thing about this is, Millie, I think she does take things a little bit too far. But I feel like in the past, Meg has proved to us who she was. She's betrayed her best friends. That that right there is enough for me to just never trust her ever. Like I believe that she is. This lawsuit is a reach. I believe that everybody has the freedom to say what they want, although that doesn't exempt us from consequences. I do believe that this is a reach. I do.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
I agree with pretty much what everybody else is up here saying, but Meg, she's definitely. I think she's a professional victim. I do.
Okay. All right. Meg Star. It's ironic that your name is Meg Star. No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously, and me and her have the same birthday. It's weird, but
it's ironic that y'all got the same birthday and y'all got the same. No, I'm just kidding. All right. All right. Stay around. Stay around. Stay around.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Unforgettable. What's your thoughts?
Nick, give me like 20 seconds.
All right. I'll come back. Cha, what's your thoughts? Honey Trap, what's your thoughts? Honey Trap?
Oh, sorry, I'm hearing Nick.
Okay, go ahead. What's your
Can you
thoughts?
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, sorry, my fault. Yeah, my thoughts so far is I think she has a case. Well, just in general, firstly, for people saying that she didn't get shot, I feel like that just needs to be over. It's already been proven in court. He shot her.
All right,
he
say
said
pew
he
pew.
did it.
Let's say pew pew.
He said Kelsey didn't do it. There ain't nobody else left. So I feel like he shot her. That's that. And there was another point.
Honey Trap.
Oh, what happened?
Say pew pew. Like use,
Oh, my fault. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're on YouTube too. My fault. Yeah, and then there was another point. Somebody had came on. I think it was the first guy who was saying like the logistics didn't make sense because they didn't find fingerprints or gunpowder. But just in general, the likelihood of finding that type of evidence, just in general, is between 5 to 13%. So it wouldn't have been liable in court anyway. Bottom line, he said he was on that call. We heard that call. They could flip it saying he wasn't apologizing for that. We know what he was apologizing for. And then I feel like with this case, I feel like she has a point. I don't know how well it'll hold up in court, but I do feel like she has a point. Anyone can give their opinion. Everybody in the comments giving their opinion, but it's a different ball field when you're having a platform and you're bolstering that opinion as fact and peddling it out to a bunch of people. And I feel like people, they just don't like Megan in general. And they need to just say that, because that just makes way more sense than the gymnastics they do to make it seem like they don't. For everything that they said she's lied about, she's proven that she hasn't lied about it. And then they come with a new excuse on top of that. It's Rock Nation. First, they said she ain't get shot in the foot. When they were on trial, the doctor had the blue, what do you call it? The foot x-ray, whatever, that showed the bullet fragment there. They made up a new excuse. Rock Nation paid off the doctor. So it was just dumb excuses that don't really make sense. And really, I think that's all I have to say. He's in jail. And another thing with that too, he's in jail honestly, him being in jail really has less to do with him shooting Megan and more to do with him being a Canadian
that's not
on
true.
American soil with an illegal weapon. My fault. Pew pew. I forgot. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I feel like they hating on her. They hate her for no reason. Y'all keep saying that she want to bring a black man down. A black man brought himself down when he decided to come to America with those antics. His judge was a black man. They need to just let it go and just stop talking about her. If y'all don't like her, just stop talking about her. It's really that simple. She's proven every lie, quote unquote, already. Like, there's nothing left that she has to prove to you specifically. I hope she get whatever she asking for in that case. And I hope other bloggers know that they don't have the freedom to get up on these apps and these sites feeling like they somebody spreading stuff that's not true. It's just ridiculous.
All right, stay around. Unforgettable, hello.
Okay, I'm here. Although I am on the fence about the Tory, I have discussed this with you before. One thing I am not on the fence about, she bullied that girl. And I can prove it. If this is in my opinion, I have followed this case. I followed her. She had no business doing the things that she did. I truly believe, in my opinion, she went to that trial to sabotage it. Because all the antics she pulled, if he was truly innocent, why did she have to do that? Why did she have to bully people at the courthouse? Or attempt to, and almost got her butt handed to her? And then the backtrack. She is wrong. She had no business doing the things that she did. And even after he was found guilty, she still continued with her antics. And now they have caught up with her.
All right. Kevin, do you have a response to unforgettable comment? Kevin?
Yeah.
Is Kevin there?
Yes. Hello?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Why is it taking you so long to respond?
Oh, yo, because it feel like it's lagging or whatever on my end. I feel like it's lagging on my end. That's all.
She just said.
Yeah, no, I feel like everybody has an opinion on Megan because it's warranted. You know, Megan lied several times, so y'all cannot keep on saying that this girl is telling the truth, or we gotta believe this girl. But she lied. Like, she lied. She could have simply said she had an encounter with Tory. It wouldn't even made a difference. Like, everybody have intercourse every day, so why would you lie about that?
I don't believe it's so much of her lying.
It doesn't make sense. Now. So when somebody have hold up, let me make my point. I didn't even land the plane yet. If somebody has a legitimate reason of not believing her because the things that she lied about, you can't get mad at that. And things just don't add up. Things just don't add up on the whole situation. It doesn't add up. And I don't believe that Millie would intentionally do something to try to harm that girl. I don't believe that. You know, that's her opinion on that girl. It's a subject of just like Neat. If something like she do like a gossip thing and she's on
in and out. I want to hear what you got to say so bad.
Whatever she want to talk about anybody, she's going to talk about it.
You was cutting in and out.
You said what?
I said you was cutting in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. You can't hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it better?
Okay, Kevin, we got to drop.
Okay. Well, all I'm basically saying is.
Go ahead.
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good.
Okay. Go ahead, Fahim.
All right. Yeah, I really wanted to hear what he was saying, but he was really just cutting out a lot. Man. Um, so this is the thing, right? I'm not coming from an emotional standpoint. I'm just coming from basic logic. No one hates nobody here. I don't hate Megan. I don't hate Tori. It just looks strange when stories change over time. It's strange when you have a friend saying, "Hey, Tori shot Meg."
Yeah, hold on. Do not. Megan Cunith posted the documents on her Twitter account, so you could just go to her Twitter account. Anybody could go to Megan Cunith's Twitter account and click the Google Drive that she posted, and the documents will come up. But sorry to cut you off, Fahim. Go ahead.
No, you good. As far as the pum situation, I got to use that pum now. But
I'm trying to stay monetized, child, because y'all ain't giving enough support. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I get it. And I agree with the girl who said that, it is a 10 to 15% success rate for fingerprints on weapons. But the fact that that's the case, it's been proven that that can lead to wrongful convictions as well because of that. So, yeah, I'm not coming from an emotional standpoint. I know people love Megan and her music. It just looks weird that we're leaving one other person completely exempt from the situation, which is Kelsey. And her behavior afterwards has been kind of just not 100% believable. It just doesn't.
True.
Right.
I'm not sure what type of time Kelsey on. She's so confusing to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Kelsey,
but also, my thing is this: why did Milagro get in touch with Kelsey the day before she was supposed to testify and admitted it? That's why I said, if he was so innocent, why did she have to come in there and pull the stunts that she pulled?
Yeah, I think the other argument on the other side of that is, why are you, I guess, I don't know what the term is called. I think Kelsey wanted immunity. Somebody help me out. I think it was immunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't understand that. If that's your best friend, I just don't understand saying, I don't want to.
And they didn't reveal exactly what her immunity was when we were there, but in my opinion, I think the immunity had to do with a bribe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. I don't know for a fact, but there was a question that was asked to Kelsey about who paid for her attorney, and they alluded that it was Tori, and then I don't know. So I that's what I think, but I could be wrong. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's just weird. I think it's like, okay, if I was someone who happened to do bodily harm to someone, why would I want to go and pay for their attorney to try to put me in jail and to get rid of you? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Wait, say that again. Wait, what happened?
So if I'm a person who happened to do bodily harm to someone, and there is a witness, why would I pay for their attorney fees just to have an attorney come in, right, and throw me under the bus to defend her?
So that they would not cooperate.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
The incentive would be to do what she did on a stand, play dumb.
I don't understand.
You don't remember how Kelsey gave a whole interrogation play-by-play like a month or two before trial, and then she got on the stand and played like she had amnesia?
Yeah, I remember that part. I think that's why it kind of played into, why did she text the security like, hey, Tori shot Meg, but then like she didn't call the police. Like, she was only explaining what happened 2 months after the shooting, like when she got brought in for questioning. Like, I just don't. I mean, I guess if you want to say that there was a bribe before then, it could be possible. I just found that it was weird how Kelsey was playing it afterwards. Like, just, she's not a real friend. It's just weird. It's weird as hell.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that there was betrayal from both sides in the friendship. I'm gonna come back to you, Fahim. Stay up there. Don't go nowhere. Magic to Official. Did you already talk? Did we already go to you?
Me?
Go
no,
ahead.
this is my first time.
Okay, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
My thought is that Megan, like, I'm not sure what they're hiding or what they're not trying to let the public see, but it's very alarming at this point. Like, you're it's like she's crashing out at this point. She doesn't have a foot to like really stand on with it. Millie, like, she don't really single her out. She does a job, and she talks about everybody, not just her. Like, and the facts are that it's coming out that, Tori is becoming, innocent or whatever the case is coming out now. It's not like Mob is like making it up.
It hasn't been proven that he's innocent. I will correct you there. It has not been proven that Tory Lanez is innocent.
Okay, right. That's not proven, but it seems like he's having some type of leeway here now, right?
Well, not
he's
exactly
just having
leeway.
a hearing. That's it. All they saying is basically you made a motion for us to hear what you got to say, and we are agreeing that we'll listen. That's all.
It's habeas corpus. They're just listening to the innocent claim. It's not saying that he is innocent. It's confusing to a lot of people, but it's just a claim.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so even then, with her speaking on that, what exactly is she doing wrong by bringing that to light? What exactly is she doing wrong by bringing that up?
She bullied her.
She bullied her by
the entire the before and after, and during too. Yes, she did. I am part of the mob too. Yes, she did.
Megan is not innocent by a stretch, and if you want to call her a victim, then sweetheart, fine, okay. But she is not.
No, she's not a victim. Out. She is not a victim. I really believe she was.
I'm not.
Okay. She really was.
I gotta pause y'all because y'all about to start saying allegations.
Milagro did what she did.
Lawsuit. Hold on 1 second. Paula, what's your thoughts?
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
What I can't appreciate is that I feel like the other person stated that the bloggers, news outlets, that type of thing, they have a responsibility to report, on what's going on. Because, if you look at real world, I mean, normally we'll go to the news and just listen to what the news says and we'll take that as fact. We don't do our research, on it. But in this case, I mean, I just feel like bloggers know, some of the bloggers do know what they're doing, because if they put the headlines of different, headlines, then of course it's going to drive, more people to their page. And I feel like that during this trial, the way that it was happening regarding that is that you're going to pull more people onto your page, and they're going to accept the negative facts. I can't appreciate that they post, even with the trial, that they post certain things, as far as negativity, and people look into it. What I haven't heard from people is that they keep on bringing up the the B fragments and things like that. And it kind of shocks me because they are overlooking the other evidence that was there. It's like the main thing that they're calling up is what, the fighting, which that is important. But I'm just saying that the facts that they are stressing, or the things that they're stressing, more like, it just feels like they are forgetting about what the evidence was. I mean, the evidence that was provided, I mean, is what convicted him. I mean, they didn't need that other evidence. You understand what I'm saying? And even during this time, if I'm not mistaken, that was during COVID. Is that correct? I mean, with the bullet fragments, that was during COVID. So I'm not saying anything. I can be an outside person. I mean, with the trial, I've looked at everything street. I've looked at you, all of the evidence, and going through that. And I've never felt that she wasn't, so I just don't understand people's thinking, and things like that. When it comes to this, when you're a blogger, you should investigate and things like that, but you should be unbiased, because I mean, you're sharing it's right, your opinion. But when you are sharing your opinion to hundreds of people, that's a difference. I mean, you're supposed to be reporting what is actually happening. When you went into the courtroom, if you were there, you're supposed to be reporting everything that happens, not just something that you feel that's going to help somebody else. So I do feel that she was kind of like across the board. I've gone into her station head sometimes, and every time I go on there, she's talking about Megan. So I'm not stating that she can't have an opinion and she can't say what she wants to say. I just feel that it shouldn't be a everyday thing that Megan comes up in your mouth every time, you have a podcast or you have a stream. You understand what I'm saying? I just didn't understand that. And I do feel that she has stated before that she doesn't like me. Another thing is what kills me with the people on Twitter and social media is that they forget that what real life is. These are celebrities, okay? And it seems like they treat celebrities different than they would treat a regular person. And what I mean by that, they say, oh, Megan lied, this and that. I mean, call out the times that she lied, yes, but we lied too. The only thing is our stuff is not broadcasted. But my thing is there are, even with her being DR, drunk or whatever, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, they forget that, a lot of people drink. You understand what I'm saying? And they bring up, if
But
even
she
if you
has a
brought up
drinking
10 times,
problem.
let me finish, please. If you brought up 10 times that you saw Megan drinking, that doesn't necessarily mean that she is a drunk. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel that people are assuming. And another thing, when she was on Gayle King, I mean, when she was asked that question, the way that I looked at it was that the reason why she denied it is because she didn't want to be a part or being seen with a person like that. I don't think it was just an automatic just lie. I think that people used that lie when she lied to just state that they didn't want to believe anything that she said. But my point is, even now, she's made changes. She showed people that she has changed, and people are still, saying the same thing. Like, she's not a person who can go on the right track or whatever, or change, this type of thing. And they are still, saying the same thing. I feel that a lot of during the trial, a lot of different blogs as well as social media, some fan bases really continue to put out there different things and jump on the bandwagon, that type of thing, because they do not like her. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand that
All right,
some
I gotta
people
pause you a little bit. Paula, hold on. Cause I'm like, you going, go. But I know you want to get it out. All right, Fahim wants to respond. I'm gonna let Fahim respond, and then we'll go back to you so you can finish. One thing I will say, Fahim, start off whatever you're saying. It's your opinion, and don't say it like it's facts. What you think, whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just removing the whole celebrity angle out. What I'm wondering is what substantial evidence made the jury believe beyond a reasonable doubt that he was the person who pum. You have inconclusive DNA. There was bullet fragments. And aside from this, I still think Megan is a victim. I believe that she still is a victim. I'm just saying that Kelsey is not exempt. There was an eyewitness that witnessed two women fighting, and then Megan contradicting herself. And then Kelsey asks for immunity and pleads the fifth. And then it's just, what substantial evidence puts him here? That's all I'm asking. You don't think that and this is not even
him from his, or I mean posting on IG from his verified account saying that Kelsey did not pew Meg is substantial? You don't think that the jail call was substantial? You don't think the text message that he sent her after saying, I know you probably never speak to me again, blah, 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 was substantial? You don't think that the text that Kelsey sent 5 minutes after the pew saying, help Tory pew Meg, you don't think that's substantial? You don't think?
I don't think it's substantial over the phone, the jail phone call. I don't think that's substantial. I don't think it's substantial about the Tory and texting saying that, oh, I understand that you don't want to talk to me again. because we both know that he had an affair, like not really an affair, but he was messing with both of them. I just feel like those are not concrete.
That's not true.
Well, I'm just saying that if they were both, you know, if Megan was having a situation with Tory and Kelsey was having a situation with Tory, and they talked
that's
about
not
that.
true. Y'all keep saying that. That's not true.
I'm gonna let you talk.
I was just picking back off of what you were saying because everyone keeps going with this lie that Megan and Kelsey were messing with Tori at the same time, and that's not true. The timeline was they had just met for the first time in January of 2020 at the Rock Nation brunch. Kelsey was there at the time. Right after that was COVID. Everybody was in the house. Kelsey was in Houston the entire time during COVID. Her and Megan did not see each other again until she came back to LA before the shooting. So they had not seen each other, and she had never even had any type of relationship with Tory before anything. So for y'all to keep saying this lie that they were messing with Tory at the same time, that's not true.
You see, it's like it's coming from like an emotional standpoint. So I think my point is saying that if someone actually were to be either dating someone or talking to someone, and then a year later you find that behind your back that your friend is also talking to that person, I don't see how the timeline would even matter. I think someone would still feel emotional about that, correct?
I mean, yeah, and you can say that, but I don't think it's an emotional thing. I think that's just the facts. Everybody has tried to make it seem like Megan was like some slut and she slept behind her best friend's back with some.
Watch the language.
No. I don't even think that is that far on calling her any type of name. It's weird. I feel like just because I have questions, it feels that people are saying Megan's a liar.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Like it's just coming from a fact that everything doesn't sound like substantial.
Yeah.
Because that's it. You know what I mean? Because
no. And I agree with you. I agree with you saying, and I think that everybody has ran with the she's alcoholic, she's salacious, she's promiscuous, she's this, she's that because of her persona as an entertainer. But then they conflate that with her real life as being Megan, and so no one has ever listened to her when she was telling y'all like we were never in a relationship because she didn't lie on Gayle King. She didn't lie. Her question, the Gayle King question was, did you have an intimate relationship with Tory? Megan said no. She didn't lie. Now, whether or not they did things behind closed doors, that's between them. I don't think that's really of our business what they did intimately. So she didn't lie. She just didn't answer the question saying, yes, me and Tory did X, Y, and Z together. But we were friends. And she always has said that we were friends and they got close based off he lost his mom and she did too. So that was one thing that they bonded over.
I'll say it didn't appear honest. It didn't.
I get that because the way the question was asked and then the way that Megan answered it,
she did not come off as an honest response.
Right, because she didn't say like, we just did woo. She didn't say directly what their relationship was. She just said it was not an intimate, meaning like they were not in their relationship, is what I took from it.
Oh, okay. So, because that's where it was. So while she was having that Gayle King interview, she was also dating a rapper, songwriter, Partisan Fontaine. I can understand her docking that question because it's like being blasted. But when she was on the stand, that's perjury. So she said, yes, I did have an intimate relationship. So we're all like, what?
I don't even think she even said that on the stand. I had to go back and look at the transcripts. I don't think she ever said that. And I think the reason why she deflected from answering it back then was because she didn't want to be affiliated no more. And she couldn't believe that the person that she trusted and that was close to her would do that to her. So that was another reason why she was never, or that's why she didn't say what their status of their relationship was at that time.
It's just like, an emotional statement saying like, hey, you know what? I don't want to say that I'm sleeping with him because I'm mad they did me like this. It's like, okay, cool. You lied about it. Then when it's in the transcript where they asked her, did you have an intimate relationship with him? And she said, yes.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the stories that are changing. And I think they have the right to question what's going on here. Why? But I think go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think too that people want to know, but I also don't think that it's really none of our business what they did behind closed doors. Because at the end of the day, that's between the two of them. Like they were two consenting adults. So what they did behind closed doors it's between them. I mean, yeah, it's a vague question to ask, and people want to know, like, I knew it. They want to have something to say, like, I knew it. But it's like, I don't really care who she slept with because it's not my business because I'm not sleeping with her.
Well, I know, and that's the thing too, right? And I hate to put the celebrity thing in there, but it's just like, yeah, you can miss me with that because everybody is in somebody's business, especially if you're an artist or an entertainer, and you come off a certain way, and it's just, yeah, you can miss me with that. I get it; it's none of my business either, but things lead to certain events when you say, "Hey, I was messing with both of them." And people are like, okay, well, that's weird. I was like, okay, are Kelsey and Megan not talking because they mess with the same dude, or is it whatever? Like, it's weird that Kelsey was actually brought in for questioning, and then all of a sudden she got paid out or something. Like, I don't know, where's the proof in her getting money? Like, I don't see the proof of her getting paid.
But I don't think we'll ever know whether or not she actually got paid. I know Meg alleged, that in different articles and in music that Tory offered her and Kelsey both money to keep quiet. But there's actually been no proof of that. But I mean, why wouldn't she? She didn't have anything. Megan took care of her. She was on Megan's payroll. During COVID, nobody was working. So Kelsey was back in Houston with no income. I mean, she had money, but she wasn't working because Megan wasn't working. So you come back and see your friend after like 6 months of being locked up with COVID in Houston. You come back to LA. You go to Kylie Jenner's house for a party, and then this happened, and you lost your friendship over it. And then it just seemed really suspect. Like, well, Kelsey, why didn't you go out here? You wanted Megan to get on the internet to defend you. Megan was like, I don't want to do it on the internet, Kelsey. I'm not going to get on the internet and say X, Y, and Z. I already said you didn't shoot me. I already said who shot me. So I don't have to go on the internet and say Kelsey did not shoot me when Tory Lanez himself was on the internet on the Shade Room saying that Kelsey didn't shoot me or pew pew Megan. So it was like Kelsey was just looking for a way out, and she didn't want to be involved. And she really was not even that girlfriend, honestly.
All right, I'm gonna pause y'all right there. It's 4 more pages left on the document. Stay here. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna just move y'all down, and we're gonna finish reading the last 4 pages of the document. A lot of it is like a repeat, but we're gonna finish reading the last 4 pages of the document, and then I'll come back to y'all. So one second. Let me move myself over. Let's read the last 4 pages and then call it a day. Hey, bye. All right, let me take them down. Let me make myself smaller. Small. All right, so these are the last 4 pages of the lawsuit. It says causes of action. So it says count 1, promotion of an altered hanky-panky depiction, section 836.13 Florida statutes. Miss Pete repeats and realleges paragraphs 1 through 50 as if fully set forth here. Miss Pete is an identifiable person as defined under the statute. Miss Pete is a performance artist who is recognizable as an actual person by her face, likeness, and or other distinguishing characteristics. The deep fake video is an altered hanky-panky depiction as defined under the statute. It is a digital, electronic, mechanical, and or other modification, alteration, or adaptation that depicts a realistic version of Miss Pete with computer-generated bare body parts. Presented as the bare body parts of Miss Pete engaged in hanky-panky conduct as defined in Section 847.001 Florida statute in which Miss Pete did not engage or participate. I want to ask y'all a question. Do you guys think that if you are a celebrity that you would not feel a type of way if a person posted or shared a video of you or that was alleged to be you that wasn't you, but it was your face altered onto something and it showed you in explicit nature? would y'all feel like, okay, just because I'm a celebrity, you know, you don't have a right to be mad about that? I want y'all to answer that truthfully in the comments. Me as a blogger, I'ma just be honest. If you put my face on somebody else's body and it's showing cooter cat and all kind of stuff like that getting done, however, whatever the video show, I would be upset about that. But I don't know. That's just me. Don't put my face on nothing. All right, so it says defendant Milagro promoted the deepfake video by transmuting, publishing, distributing, circulating, and disseminating, presenting, exhibiting, sending, posting, sharing, and or advertising on her Twitter account. Defendant liked an account promoting the deepfake video, which saved the like on her X account. Defendant then encouraged her followers to go to my likes where they could access the deepfake video via her like tweet. Defendant Milagro willfully and maliciously promoted the deepfake video without Megan's consent. Milagro knew or reasonably should have known that the deepfake video was an altered hanky-panky depiction. As a result of the defendant Milagro's misconduct, Miss Pete has been injured in an amount to be proven, including reputational damages and emotional injuries. Miss Pete is entitled to recover monetary damages to include $10,000 for actual damages incurred as a result of violation of subsection 2, whichever is greater, as well as an award of Miss Pete reasonable attorney fees and cost, and a permanent injunction barring defendant Milagro from any future use or publication of intimate visual depictions of her. Count 2, cyberstalking injunctive relief. Miss Pete repeats and realleges paragraphs 1 through 50 as it fully set forth here. Miss Pete is the victim of cyberstalking by Milagro. So Megan is, I'm going to just input Megan, and then where it says Cooper, I'm going to say Milagro for those of you guys just joining in. Megan is the victim of cyberstalking by defendant Milagro because Milagro engaged in a course of conduct to communicate or to cause to be communicated images by and through the use of electronic mail directed at Megan, which caused substantial emotional distress to Megan and served no legitimate purpose. Cyberstalking is a form of wrongful conduct, not speech, which is prohibited by Section 7840485 Florida statute. Cyberstalking is a form of harassment that can be enjoined under Section blah, 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 Florida statute, as well as under common law, which provides for the entry of injunctions to prevent harassment. Justice, reason, and common sense justify the entry of an injunction for the cyberstalking Megan experienced in this case. Megan has clear legal right to entry of injunction. Megan will suffer irreparable harm if an injunction is not issued, for which there is no adequate remedy at law. So basically, it sounds like they're asking that an injunction be made that Milagro can't speak on Megan, is what I'm guessing. That's what that's saying. Megan has a substantial likelihood of success on the merits of her claim. The threatened injury to Megan as a result of Milagro's continued misconduct outweighs any possible harm that will result from the entry of an injunction. The consideration of the public interest support the entry of an injunction. Megan has not made any previous attempt to obtain an injunction for protection against Milagro in this or any other court. Wherefore, Megan seeks a temporary and permanent injunction restraining defendant Milagro from committing any acts of cyberstalking against her and providing any terms the court deems necessary for the protection of Megan, including any injunctions or directives to law enforcement agencies. All right, so we're going to read through count 3, but I want to make sure we all hear. Y'all can hear me, ain't nothing cutting out. Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. All right. So it says count 3, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Miss Pete repeats and realleges paragraph 1 through 50 as if fully set forth here. Defendant Milagro intentionally or recklessly inflicted emotional distress upon Miss Pete when she knew or should have known that emotional distress would result. By making social media posts related to the deepfake video and the statements described above, defendant Milagro's conduct was outrageous as to go beyond all bounds of decency and to be regarded as odious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community. It says the what is that? Revilement defendant Cooper or Milagro inflicted against Megan is explicit and egregious. Milagro's conduct has caused and will continue to cause severe emotional distress, shame, humiliation, and embarrassment to Megan. As a direct and proximate result, Megan is entitled to recover damages from Milagro in an appropriate amount to be determined by the trier of fact. It says invasion of privacy and false light is count 4. So it says Miss Pete repeats and realleges paragraphs 1 through 50 as if fully set forth here. Defendant Milagro acted knowingly and or in reckless regard as to the falsity of the deepfake video and the false light the deepfake video would place Miss Pete. The actions by defendant Milagro are highly offensive and objectionable and would outrage or cause mental suffering, shame, humiliation, or hurt feelings to a person's ordinary sensibilities. Defendant Milagro's conduct was outrageous as to go beyond all bounds of decency and to be regarded as odious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community. Defendant Milagro's conduct caused emotional distress, humiliation, shame, and embarrassment to Megan. As a direct and proximate result, Megan is entitled to recover damages from Milagro in an appropriate amount to be determined by the trier of fact. The jury demand is that Megan request a jury trial on all issues to be tried. It says, wherefore Megan respectfully requests that this court enters judgment in an amount for all damages owed to Ms. Pete, including but not limited to compensatory damages, punitive damages, statutory damages, attorney's fees, cost, interest, and all other damages as are just as proper, as well as declaratory judgment to remedy defendant's unlawful behavior. Okay. So then it says the lawyer. So what this is saying is that they want compensatory damages, punitive damages, statutory damages, attorney fees, costs. And you know what them attorney fees is going to be? The attorney fees, if granted or if she wins, is going to be all of the hours and hours of time that they put in documenting all of those things. So, you know, even if people like, you know, sent them stuff, all of them is going to be hours docked on the thing. It took me this amount of time to look at this tweet, that tweet, this tweet, that video, this video. You know what I'm saying? So all of that can amount to a lot if she wins. Now, Milagro has the ability to counterclaim. She can put in a counter suit against Megan, and she can claim you're trying to suppress my free speech. You know, and she could put out you know, a suppression of free speech counterclaim or some type of freedom of the press or, you know, some type of counterclaim. And if she wins, then she can ask Megan for attorney's fees and things like that. So it's up in the air. It's all according to what the jury decides. But what I will say is, since I've been going to these trials, I'm not sure which county in Florida the lawyer is in or filed this in, but I think the area of Florida that this is filed in can determine a lot of how it will be viewed. Because if they put if this goes into, let's say, a county in Florida where it's like a hillbilly, like, you know, not many minorities there. People don't know who Megan is. They don't know who Milagro is, you know, and it's not a lot of kinfolk in that town. Then they could look at the facts a certain type of way. Now, if it's in, you know, if the court is going to be in Broward or in Miami where it's more color to the jury, you know, that could change the outcome there. So it all depends on who the jury of your peers is, on how they are going to look at facts. When I was covering the T.I. and Tiny trial, for the first two trials, majority of the people that was on the jury was like old enough to be like my grandpa, grandma, and stuff like that. People who are not, you know, in the culture. So, you know, Medea says Millie posted on her IG stories saying the countersuit is going to be crazy. Okay. Well, let's go back to the phone lines. We're gonna end this at 2 hours. Just giving y'all a heads up. At the 2 hour mark, the stream is gonna be cut. All right. We ain't gonna spend too much more time on it, but I wanted to finish reading the document at least. So we still got Honey Trap, Paula, Alan, and Fahim backstage. What are you guys' thoughts in closing? Don't all speak at once.
I'll speak.
Who is that? Honey Trap? Who said that? Or Paula? Y'all there? Hello? Chime.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I guess I'll go. Yeah, my thoughts in closing. I hope Megan gets what she's asking for. Like I was saying before, I just feel like a lot of these bloggers don't really have journalistic integrity, and they're really just secret stands of certain artists. And you notice that in their content, they always try to peddle out a narrative to sway a situation a certain way. And just with that blogger in particular, that name is very, very familiar. And it's for reasons like this. Yeah, I hope Megan get everything she's asking for. I don't feel like there's a leg to stand on with freedom of speech if what you're saying is not true and is slanderous. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I don't. Again, I'm on Megan's side. She ain't never lied, in my opinion. She never did anything wrong. Every quote unquote lie she proven was true. When she proves it's true, they come on with a new lie on top of it. Sometimes there's just gonna be people like that who just don't like her. So no matter what evidence she come out with, they just not gonna be on her side. But I believe her. I hope she win this one. And yeah, a lot of bloggers, they have the tendency to just be slanderous. They don't take the extra step to not be biased. So I hope she gets what she's asking for. And Milagro, she just seemed way too confident. So I hope she keep that confidence up. And yeah, I hope Megan get what she asked for.
All right. That was Honey Trap who said that?
Yeah, it was me.
All right, thank you, Honey Trap. Paula, do you have anything to say in closing?
Yes. Can you hear?
It's kind of going in and out. Go ahead. Alan, do you got anything to say in closing? Paula cut out.
Sure. So yeah, I was just reading over the documents while you were reading it, just so I can kind of look at it here. But I mean, and like you said earlier, I don't know what county in Florida this is in, but if Megan's lawyer and playing their cards right, they would have filed it in the county where it is not a lot of people there that look like us, where it can kind of rule in her favor. But you just never know these days how jury trials are going to go. I do think that Megan lawyer did make some pretty good points as far as like the defamation of, you know, her character, the sexual depictions, and also on cyberstalking. I think that's probably going to be the one that's probably going to hurt her the most, Milagro, honestly. But based on Florida statutes, they do take these types of allegations and crimes seriously. So we shall see how this goes.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Fahim,
No
anything
problem.
in closing?
I think it might be a little scary for Milagro when it comes to like the whole, you know, the SEGs tape. I said SEGGS, ZEGS.
Oh, okay.
That's
right.
not,
So just spell it out then, child. Go ahead.
With that little, the love tape or whatever that somehow was like doctored up or whatever, if it was AI or whatever. But, you know, she did claim that, hey, you know, that's not real. That's not me. So there might be some pushback on that, because if it's not you, why are you saying that, oh, I got to take it down? But the fact that Milagro said, click on this link, go here, she might be in trouble for that. But everything else, as far as cyberbullying, cyber stalking, I think that has a weak leg to stand on, to be honest. I mean, there's so many of them out there, so I don't think that's going to stick. But as far as the video, I think she might get in trouble for that, but I'm not really sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Paula, anything in closing? Paula, I don't know what is up with your stuff. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one. If there's any updates on this story, I'll keep y'all posted. And that's gonna be